The students, about decision support system. In the last class we discussed about the data warehouse, and we have discussed so many issues in data warehouse. We are going to discuss about the data mining. Data mining. Okay, so what is meant by data mining? Data mining is nothing but retrieving data from data storage, where we discussed about the data warehouse. Data warehouse is nothing but a huge data about data is storing in the databases of the organization. So we are retrieving the data is known as the data mining. Okay. See, consider the definition of data mining. It is in simple words, data mining is defined as a process used to extract usable data from a larger set of data or any raw data. Whatever is required, the data we are retrieving from database is known as data mining. So it implies analyzing data patterns in large batches of data using one or more software. Data mining has applications in multiple fields like aerospace, like scientists, like hospital, like insurance, so many areas data mining mechanism is used. So this data mining is helps businesses be closer to their objective and make better decisions, is it not? So this is also known as the knowledge data discovery. This is also known as the data mining is also known as knowledge discovery. That is knowledge data discovery. The key features of data mining are automatic pattern predictions based on trend and behavioral analysis, prediction based on likely customers, and creation of decision-oriented information, focus on large data sets and databases for analysis, and clustering based on finding and visually documented groups of facts not previously known. Okay, the data mining process. What is data mining process? We are retrieving data from the database is known as technological infrastructure required. The process is the infrastructure is required to retrieve the data, is it not? The infrastructure is nothing but the system, the mouse, the keypad, the printer. Okay, infrastructure is required. That is database size. So for creating a more powerful system, more data is required to propose and maintain. Is it not? More information if you want to require, more database is required. And query complexity. Query complexity is also be familiar. For querying or processing more complex queries, and the greater the number of queries, the more powerful system is required. The system is required. And the users, okay, who are the users of data mining? Data mining techniques are useful in many research objects, that is including mathematics, cybernetics, and insurance and hospitality, and everywhere in nowadays in every organization, a large organization you can say. With data mining, a retailer could manage and use point of sale records, is it not? If you go to any organization, a point of sale, the record will be there. So that what happens, whatever that you purchase, that amount you can transact with point of sale records. Online transaction processing, that is OLTP, online transaction processing, that it is very familiar when you are going for the online shopping. So OLTP databases are meant to be used to do many small transactions. Even for small transactions also, this OLTP are using nowadays, and usually serves as a single source of storage. Okay, so whatever that you want to buy, so by clicking it, directly it will make it on the screen, so that it is easy to purchase. So an example of OLTP system is online movie ticket also you can use, is it not? Online movie ticket is also OLTP example. The key thing to note that OLTP systems are designed for transactional priority instead of data analysis. So it is designed for transactional priority. The pictorial representation of OLTP is like this, it is a business process is related to data warehouse. So through the data warehouse we can retrieve through data mining through OLAP. Okay, through OLAP, online application process, through OLAP, online transaction process. Okay, And what are the benefits of using OLTP? The main benefit of using OLTP services is it responds to its user actions immediately. It responds to the user actions immediately, and OLTP services allows its user to perform operations like read, write, and delete data quickly. Okay, different operations also can be performed quickly, like read and write and delete operations. And there are the drawbacks of OLTP, that are the major problem with OLTP and OLAP services is it not fail safe. Okay, it is not fail safe, and if there are hardware failures, then online transactions gets affected. Hardware failures occurs, then the transactions will be stopped. And OLTP allows users to access and change the data at the same time, which causes unpredicted situation. Okay, see, you can see that OLAP processing, how the pictorial representation of OLAP processing. Here you can see the organization is having the different branches, branch 1 to 3, so that through the branches, through the web page, through the database, we can retrieve the information for purchasing. A data warehouse is there, database storage is there. Through the databases, that web page is opened. Through the web page, we can access the web page. The difference between OLAP and OLTP. OLTP is characterized by a large number of short online transactions, whereas OLAP is characterized by relatively low volume of transactions. And OLTP queries are simple and easy to understand. OLAP queries are often very complex and involve aggregations. OLTP is widely used, whereas OLAP is used for data mining techniques. And OLTP is highly normalized. OLAP is typically denormalized. OLTP is used for backup regularly, and OLAP is used for regular backup. OLTP used schema used to store transactional databases, and OLAP is used for model to store the data. And performance OLTP is comparable, fast as comparable to OLAP, and performance OLAP is comparably low as compared to OLTP. OLTP and OLAP services are different from each other, so therefore it is wise to look into the differences and use them wisely as per your application convenient. Okay, so as the users don't stop learning now, and we can use the for better performance of the in online shopping. Different data mining techniques that we can see are data cleaning and preparation, tracking patterns, classification, association, outlier detection, clustering. There are many issues in data mining techniques. So we can see the further what is data cleaning. See, data cleaning and preparation is a vital part of the data mining process. The raw data must be cleansed and formatted to be useful in different analytical methods. Data cleaning and preparation includes different element of data modeling transactions that are for data migration and data integration. Okay, and it is a necessary step for understanding the basic features and attributes of data to determine its best use. Tracking patterns. See, through the tracking patterns, we can identify the fundamental data mining techniques. It involves identifying and monitoring trends or patterns in data to make intelligent inferences about business outcomes. Through the classification, we can classify the data mining techniques involving analyzing the various attributes associated with the different types of data. Okay, it is about the classification. Once organizations identify the main characteristics of data types, organizations can categorize or classify related data. So doing so is critical for identifying, for example, personally identifiable information organizations may want to protect or redact from customers. So association, how the association is going to be in data mining techniques are related it to statistics. So it indicates that certain data items are linked to other data so that it can be associated. And it is similar to the notion of co-occurrence in machine learning. So in which the likelihood of one data driven event is indicated by the presence of another. Outlier detection. So outlier detection determines any anomalies in datasets. Once organizations find out obligations in their data, it becomes easier to understand why these anomalies happen and prepare for any future occurrences to best achieve business objectives. Okay, so for example, if there is a spike in the usage of transactional systems for credit cards at a certain time of day, organizations can capitalize on this information by figuring out why it is happening to optimize their sales during the rest of the day. Clustering is known as the clustering of data items. So clustering is an analytics technique that relies on visual approaches to understanding data. So clustering mechanisms use graphics to show where the distribution of data is in relation to different types of metrics. Okay, regression is going for the techniques are used for identifying the nature of the relationship between variables in the data set. Those relationships could be casual in some instances or just simply correlate in others. Regression is a straightforward white box technique that clearly reveals how variables are related. Prediction. So through the prediction also we can identify the data sets. Prediction is a very powerful aspect of data mining that represents one of four branches of analytics. Predictive analytics use patterns found in current or historical data to extend them into the future. Thus, it gives organizations insight into what trends will happen next in their data. Sequential patterns. See, when we want to buy something, so it will be related to the sequential of the mining techniques focuses on uncovering a series of events that takes place in sequence. It's particularly useful for data mining transactional data. For example, you can consider the technique can reveal what items of clothing customers are more likely to buy after an initial purchase of, say, a pair of shoes. Okay, for example, decision trees are a specific type of predictive model that leads organizations effectively mining data. So technically, a decision tree is a part of it is an hierarchical structure of the data types or that are machine learning, but it is more popularly known as a white box machine learning technique because of its extremely straightforward nature. Statistical techniques. Statistical techniques are at the core of most analytics involved in the data mining process. So the different analytics models are based on statistical concepts which output numerical values that are applicable to specific business objectives. Visualization. Visualization are another important element of data mining. So they grant users insight into data based on sensory perceptions that people can see. Today, data visualizations are dynamic and useful for streamlining data in real time and characterized by different colors that reveal different trends and patterns in data. Neural networks. A neural network is a specific type of machine learning model that is often used with artificial intelligence and deep learning methods, and also named that fact that they have different layers which resemble the way neurons work in the human brain. Neural networks are one of the more accurate machine learning models used today. And data warehousing. Data warehousing is nothing but the data about the data of the organization, that is data warehousing plays an important data mining process, and it is also using involved storing structured data in relational database management systems. So it could be analyzed for business intelligence, reporting, and basic data dashboarding capabilities, and increased quantities of data. So in earlier days, the data mining system can be determined with the help of their clients and customers. But in today's date, one can acquire any number of information without the help of those clients. Provides incomplete data. Most of the people provide incomplete information about themselves in some of the survey conducted with the help of data mining systems. And complicated data structure is also formed wherein which all the information is gathered and incorporated with the help of information collection techniques. These information collecting techniques are more of manual and rest are technological. So we can see the data mining applications are like market analysis and management, corporate analysis and risk management, and fraud detection. And fraud detection. Market analysis and management is about customer profiling, finding customer requirements, and cross market analysis, target marketing, determining customer purchasing pattern, and provides summary information. It all is about the, you can say, the invoice. When a customer want to purchase something, so what the information about the item is related to. Corporate analysis and risk management is explaining about finance planning, asset evaluation, resource planning, and competition. It is about the corporate level. What are the financial strategies, and what are the assets, and what are the resource planning, and what are the competent the planning about the organizations. Fraud detection. Frauds and malwares is one of the most dangerous threats on the internet. It is almost a kind of crime that is increasing day by day. The fraud detection process can be mainly used through credit and card services and telecommunication. The benefits and advantages of data mining techniques are benefits, and one of the essential matters of these mining creates a complete structure of analysis of mining techniques. Okay, and it is also helpful to predict future trends. It is also signifies customer habits, and it is also helps in decision making, and it is also helps in increasing company revenue. So it depends upon market based analysis, and it also helps in quick fraud detection. Quick fraud detection. Limitations of data mining are it violates user privacy and additional irrelevant information, and it misuses of information, accuracy of database. Okay, so this is about the data mining and advantages and disadvantages and visualization. So you go through this topic and read it. If you find any, if you want to know more about this, we can communicate so that we can go forward. Thank you.